In her Netflix debut on David Letterman's My Next Guest Needs No Introduction, Clark redefined the playbook for athlete interviews. The basketball phenom delivered a masterclass in charisma, seamlessly fusing razor-sharp wit with raw honesty. Audiences expecting the usual basketball cliches were met instead with a revelation. A superstar effortlessly sparring with a comedy legend, while revealing the depths of her competitive spirit.
In the women's college basketball, CaitlinClark going up against the South Carolina Machine.
But beneath the laughter lay something far more profound. A defining moment in how America views its next great sports icon. From the very start, Clark and Letterman sparked an instant connection, turning what could have been just another routine interview into something unforgettable. Their opening scene at Indiana's iconic Long's Bakery set the tone, with Letterman playing the role of the mischievous uncle and Clark matching him, quip for quip. When the host deadpanned about ordering a Bloody Mary, Clark's quick-fire reply, "That's a passive joke. We're just having fun," revealed her natural comedic timing. But the real magic unfolded when Letterman insisted on buying out the entire bakery, prompting Clark to deadpan, "One of everything. I've got TV money." This wasn't just an athlete doing the usual media rounds. This was a star owning the spotlight. What makes Clark's comedic flair so disruptive is the way it dismantles the stale archetypes that have long defined female athletes in media. For too long, women in sports have been boxed in as either inspirational martyrs or stoic, hyper-serious competitors. Clark's Netflix debut shatters that narrative, proving she can sink logo threes and land punchlines with the same effortless precision.
Here is Clark. She will launch and bury a three. And she comes off that pin down action, gets her feet under her.
The question isn't whether Clark is funny. It's why it took the sports world this long to recognize it. This interview does more than spotlight her personality. It pulls back the curtain on just how far sports media still has to go in truly seeing and celebrating women's athletics. When CaitlinClark proved she could hold her own alongside comedy royalty, the Long's Bakery segment revealed more about her star power than any post-game interview ever could. Letterman, the king of awkward pauses and deadpan wit, had finally met his match in the Iowa standout. Their playful exchange about buying out the bakery landed perfectly because Clark understood the moment. She wasn't there to play the polite guest, but to be a true scene partner, equally sharp and magnetic.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
My biggest fear used to be like getting fired. And now how good does that sound? Like every time someone's like, oh, they might kick you. Maybe they don't want you to do this anymore. I'm like, thank God.
That's still not good.
Here comes another one.
Open the face up.
Oh, you open your face up.
When Letterman flexed his TV money, Clark volleyed back without missing a beat, transforming what could have been a cringy product plug into a moment of genuine comedic gold.
By CaitlinClark in the Indiana games has really taken a more aggressive offensively to trade, and she has stuffed it. CaitlinClark for three, rattled.
Recently being the first W that has recorded consecutive 20+.
What set this apart from the typical athlete interview was the complete absence of rehearsed, canned responses. Where most sports stars retreat into cliches when outside their comfort zone, Clark leaned in, engaging with Letterman like a seasoned talk show pro. Her ability to play the straight woman, then seamlessly flip the script and go on the offensive, revealed an instinctive grasp of comedic timing and rhythm. The bakery bit worked not because of flashy production, but because two quick-witted Midwesterners chose to simply have authentic fun on camera. In an era dominated by overproduced media moments, this felt refreshingly unscripted and real. The true significance lies in how this moment challenges long-standing perceptions of women athletes. Male stars like Shaq and Charles Barkley have built successful post-career brands on their personalities, while female athletes are often confined to their stats or framed as inspirational figures. Clark's Netflix appearance plants a flag. She refuses to be confined by anyone's expectations. Whether sinking threes or roasting a comedy legend, she's rewriting the rules in real time. And the sports world better take notice.
I love her. I love the way CaitlinClark is playing. The time high for the females.
90 seconds left to play here. The Bentley tips it away and off and running. CaitlinClark wins up. Goodness, what a play! And one chance for Demi in the field.
Competitive fire meets late night chaos. The duckpin bowling segment became the defining moment of the interview, crystallizing everything that makes Clark must-watch television. The instant Letterman threw down the challenge, Clark's competitive switch flipped. Never mind that she'd never played before. Her protest, "Am I up first? I don't even have my shoes on," wasn't frustration, but strategic gamesmanship. Even in an unfamiliar setting, she instinctively understood the mental warfare needed to gain an upper hand. Recognizing his own mistake, Letterman realized he'd awakened a predator. His teasing about her slow pace, "You're going too slow," was classic late-night jabbing. But Clark's response was pure killer instinct. "Let me get warmed up so I can beat you," she fired back, transforming a light-hearted game into a high-stakes competition. When she finally nailed a strike, her triumphant, dead-center shot wasn't about celebration. It was a warning shot. This wasn't bowling, it was a statement of dominance. The most revealing moment came when Letterman called out her hesitant high five. "I sense you were reluctant to do that," he prodded. Clark's response, "You're my opponent," could be studied by psychologists. In 3 words, she encapsulated her entire competitive philosophy. No fake camaraderie, no performative sportsmanship.
Birthday party, and Mr. MacArthur, his name was, he said, "That's a sharp shirt you have on." And I said, "Yeah, sometimes I use it instead of scissors." Pretty good.
And Mr. McCarthy laughed?
Everyone laughed.
Everyone. And so that...
And then my dad would have these, in the summer, his law firm would have these, like, summer parties at our house. I'd watch Dr. Ruth on TV, and I was like 5. And then
Just pure, unadulterated will to win. This segment didn't just showcase Clark's competitiveness. It revealed that, for her, every interaction is a competition, and she intends to win them all.
Guys.
Hey guys, should I be in it or not?
You can.
Okay. We've been doing this show, and each time I'm gratified because the person in that chair is so much smarter than I am. That's great.
And then I'll airdrop it to you. Do you know what airdrop is?
Sure.
Okay.
You're about to be Jay-Z. You're Dave Z.
Listen, I've never...
Letterman, the ultimate Hoosier success story, framed the moment perfectly. His questions about her driveway three-point line, spray-painted after her dad tore up the concrete, connected Indiana's blue-collar roots to her meteoric rise.
A TikTok queen. I really enjoy watching. Not checked them out, everyone. Go check it out. Nice strong move from Boulez. She stuck, but a great cut. Clark swats it out of the air.
When Clark joked about her backyard dreams being vetoed by her parents, it grounded her stardom in a relatable struggle. The brilliance of this segment was in how it balanced awe with authenticity, allowing Clark's disbelief to feel earned rather than contrived.
Earlier in my career, I wouldn't be having the talent. Holy smokes!
What made this moment resonate was its impeccable timing. Coming on the heels of the bakery and bowling hijinks, the emotional gut punch hit even harder. We had seen the trash-talking competitor and the quick-witted guest, but now we saw the kid who once stayed up watching Sports Center, stunned to find herself featured on it. This tonal shift showcased Clark's range, not just as an interviewee, but as a storyteller who understands the power of vulnerability. Reliving the game that changed everything, Letterman's deep dive into Clark's breakout performance against Michigan was storytelling at its finest. By focusing on a loss, the game where she scored 30 points but Iowa fell short, the interview uncovered a paradox.
By a rookie, they average 11 offensive rebounds in the league. Clark frees up. Boston's only shooting 67% from 3. On a step back.
Michigan won, but Iowa was euphoric. Clark recalled pinpointing the moment her legend began, her teammates staring at Sports Center in awe. "It's like seeing Santa on your roof," she said, perfectly capturing the surrealness of becoming must-see TV. The brilliance of this segment was how it reframed failure as the genesis of her rise. Letterman's play-by-play of her 4 threes in 6 minutes wasn't just a recap. It was an archaeological excavation, unearthing the exact instant Clark transcended basketball.
20! Falls on Clark in last game. She has more size and length. Clark! You bet! 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Clark looking at lays it in!
When Clark admitted that she didn't realize the moment's significance at the time. I didn't realize it at the time. It likely revealed how greatness often recognizes itself last.